Hey there, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jason Smith as we take a look at temperatures. And we just got through with a serious freeze across the area and wanted to kind of show you how that stacks up with some of the other freezes we've seen recently and even this year. And then what's ahead as we get a little closer to Christmas in this edition of Next Weather. And you might be surprised that when we had this cold air that was in the area that we were not under a hard freeze warning at times. And yes, we saw freezing temperatures, but we've seen colder weather before, and it was a tough little 2-morning cold spell, but things are about to moderate. So first things first, let me pop up this here where you can see the numbers, and this is what we had this morning in the area. Evergreen was at 20, Crestview at 21, so that's pretty much a hard freeze there. But Mobile at 28, that is a light freeze, really. That's not that big of a freeze. And it's just really frosty this morning. Pensacola was at 33. All right, so where are we on the list of freezes as far as where we stand for some of those that we've had within recent memory? Well, all right, so this morning we were at 28. That's the 16th of December of this year. And the 15th, the coldest of this recent cold spell, we were at 24. So that's a moderate freeze there. That's getting significant. That's when you get to the point where you might want to think about letting the faucets drip, that kind of thing. In November, we saw a freeze. We hit 28 degrees, but this is nothing compared to what happened on January the 22nd and January 23rd of this year. On January 22nd of this year, we hit 6 degrees, and that was coupled with 7.5 inches of accumulated snowfall, which is by far a record that we've never seen and probably will never see again. So if your pipes made it through the January thing, you can see why we probably came out okay with what we've seen so far this December. And we actually expect to see some warmer weather going forward. But I just kind of thought it would be good to compare what we've seen the last 2 mornings to what we saw with the blizzard of January 2025. All right, so where are we going? Well, we're getting warmer. And this is the temperature outlook between the 22nd and the 26th. There's going to be a big warm up over the western United States. We're going to get a piece of that. Most of the U.S. is going to be warmer than average. And if we take it a little further out in time, you can see the shift is a little bit more in the central United States through the 30th. And the bottom line is it's likely going to be pretty warm post-Christmas for a while. We're not seeing any significant cold spells coming in. And checking out the long-range outlook for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, our current thinking is that we'll get into the low 70s starting on Sunday. We're going to see very little rain, and on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, it could be quite warm. We could see highs in the 70s with some scattered clouds both days, and that would continue into the Friday after Christmas. So it looks like we're going to have some warmer weather, and what we had was cold, but it was not record-breaking, and it was not extraordinary. We've already seen that this year based on what we saw in January. So hopefully that puts it in perspective for you a little bit and gives you an idea of what we're seeing going forward.